Alrighty folks, get ready to hop on the cosmic carousel as we take a whirlwind tour through the Zodiac Zoo, complete with all the chaos and cosmic calamity you could ever want. Buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the astrological abyss, where the stars aren't just twinkling, they're downright hilarious. First up, let's talk about Aries, ruled by Mars, the planet of action and aggression, which explains why they'll charge into an argument like they're leading a Viking raid. The fiery ram charging through life like a bull in a china shop. These folks are as energetic as a kangaroo on caffeine, as impulsive as a squirrel deciding to tightrope walk across the power line during a thunderstorm, and about as patient as a cat waiting for its dinner. Aries loves starting projects but rarely finish them. Their unfinished to-do list is longer than a giraffe's neck. When it comes to relationships, they're like a firecracker in a fireworks factory, explosive and unpredictable. They're the friends who'll drag you on an impromptu adventure at 2 a.m., but also the ones who might forget to check if you're wearing shoes before they drag you out. They'll fight for you like a gladiator in the Colosseum, but good luck getting them to admit they are ever wrong. And don't even get me started on their finances. It's like watching a toddler in a toy store. They will spend impulsively, loves risky ventures, and may invest in a company because they liked the CEO's tie. Aries treats their wallets like a hot potato, either spending it all in one fiery burst or impulsively investing in the latest get-rich-quick scheme. But hey, they'd make fantastic daredevils or motivational speakers, anything that lets them charge ahead without looking back, preferably with a hefty paycheck to fund their adrenaline addiction. Next on our cosmic tour we have Taurus, ruled by Venus, the planet of love and beauty. Ironic considering they're about as subtle as a bulldozer in a rose garden. Taurus is the human embodiment of a cozy blanket fort. They value comfort, stability and snacks, the stubborn bull plowing through life with the determination of a toddler refusing to eat their veggies. Picture this. They're reliable like a trusty old pickup truck or your grandma's meatloaf recipe, as practical as a pocket knife, as stubborn as a mule in quicksand, and possessive like a dragon guarding its treasure. Taurus secretly believes they're a gourmet chef, even if their specialty is microwaving leftovers. When it comes to relationships, they're like cuddly bears, fiercely loyal but also fiercely territorial. They'll shower you with love but might also give you the side eye if you so much as glance at another human being. And their approach to finances? Taurus hoards their cash like a dragon guards its gold, meticulously budgeting every penny while secretly dreaming of luxury splurges. It's like watching a squirrel hoard nuts for winter. But hey, they'd make excellent financial planners or real estate moguls, anything that lets them indulge in their love for tangible assets while counting their stacks of cash. Now, let's chat about Gemini, ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, which explains why they talk faster than an auctioneer on caffeine. Gemini, the cosmic twins, constantly flipping between personalities faster than you can say, split personality disorder. They have more personalities than a Netflix subscription. These folks are as versatile as a Swiss Army knife, as curious as a cat with ADHD, and as indecisive as a squirrel at a four-way stop. Gemini's phone contacts include everyone from their childhood pen pal to the barista who misspelled their name. When it comes to relationships, they're like playing chess against a grandmaster. You never know which move they'll make next. They'll charm your socks off one minute and then disappear into thin air the next, leaving you scratching your head. They're the friends who will talk your ear off about conspiracy theories one minute and then switch to discussing the latest celebrity gossip the next. And their finances? It's like watching a roller coaster ride at an amusement park, with highs of lavish spending sprees and lows of frugal periods. But hey, they'd make fantastic social media influencers or jack of all trades, anything that lets them showcase their versatility and adaptability while cashing in on their charming personality. Cancer, ruled by the moon, the planet of emotions and intuition, which is why they're about as stable as Jenga Tower in an earthquake, nurturing like a mama bear, emotional as a soap opera protagonist and clingy as a wet sock. The sensitive crab retreating into their shell at the slightest hint of conflict. Cancer's emotions ebb and flow like a moody ocean. They cry during commercials and laugh at funerals. They're the ultimate homebodies, cocooned in blankets, binge-watching reality shows. When it comes to relationships, they're like emotional roller coasters, thrilling one moment and terrifying the next. They'll love you fiercely, but might also drown you in a sea of tears if you forget to text them back promptly. Cancer's superpower: guilt-tripping loved ones into attending family gatherings. Home and family are their happy place. And their finances, their savings habits are like a superhero with a secret identity, disguised as an ordinary person on the outside, but secretly stashing away money faster than a speeding bullet. They're cautious spenders and save for security. They approach finances like tiptoeing around a minefield, preferring to stash their savings away for a rainy day. But hey, they'd make fantastic therapists or chefs. Anything that lets them comfort others while indulging in their passion for creating comfort food. And then there's Leo, ruled by the sun, the planet of vitality and ego, which explains why they shine brighter than a disco ball at Studio 54. Confident like a lion ruling the savannah, dramatic as a soap opera finale, and attention-seeking as a diva at a karaoke bar. The majestic lion ruling over their social circle with the grace of a Broadway star. These folks are as confident as a peacock, as dramatic as a Shakespearean actor, and as attention-seeking as a cat in a room full of laser pointers. Leos are charismatic and generous. They'll sweep you off your feet with grand gestures, but might expect you to worship the ground they walk on. When it comes to relationships, they're like starring in a rom-com with a diva as the lead, glamorous but also exhausting. And their finances, their wallet is a reflection of their ego, filled with flashy purchases and designer labels, all meticulously showcased for maximum attention. But hey, they'd make fantastic Hollywood actors or CEOs. Anything that puts them in the spotlight and allows them to bask in the admiration of others while raking in the big bucks. Now let's talk about Virgo, ruled by Mercury, the planet of intellect and analysis, which is why they're about as critical as a teacher grading final exams. Virgo is the perfectionist, meticulously organizing their life. Their brain is a filing cabinet with color-coded tabs. They organize their sock drawer alphabetically. These folks are as analytical as a forensic scientist, as practical as a Swiss watch, and about as critical as a food critic with a bad case of indigestion. When it comes to relationships, they're like living with your own personal drill sergeant, practical, but also a bit robotic. They're the friends who will plan your entire vacation down to the minute, but might also critique your fashion choices along the way. Virgo's idea of a wild night, reorganizing their spice rack by flavor intensity. And their finances, they are a meticulous budgeter, preferring stability. They approach finances with the precision of a surgeon, meticulously analyzing every expense and investment with the scrutiny of a forensic accountant. But hey, they'd make fantastic accountants or data analysts. Anything that lets them put their analytical skills to good use while maintaining order and efficiency. Oh, and don't forget about Libra, ruled by Venus, the planet of love and harmony, which explains why they strive for balance in all aspects of their life. Or the balanced scales, desperately trying to maintain harmony in a world full of chaos. They're the diplomats of the Zodiac. These folks are as charming as a smooth-talking politician, as diplomatic as a UN peacekeeper, and as indecisive as a squirrel trying to choose which nut to bury. They can't decide between two options, so they create a pros and cons list for breakfast cereal. When it comes to relationships, they're like trying to navigate a maze blindfolded. Confusing, but also oddly satisfying. They're the friends who will mitigate your arguments and then spend hours agonizing over whether they should text their crush with one X or two. They'll bend over backward to keep the peace, but also might drive you crazy with their indecision. And their finances? They view money as a tool for maintaining harmony and fairness in their financial life, carefully weighing their decision of every purchase. But hey, they'd make fantastic lawyers or mediators. Anything that lets them use their diplomatic skills to negotiate favorable deals. Now brace yourselves for Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, the planet of transformation and intensity, which is why they are as mysterious as a locked chest at the bottom of the ocean. They hide their emotions behind a veil of intrigue and intensity. These folks are as passionate as a fiery volcano, as secretive as a CIA agent, and as vengeful as a cat plotting your demise after you accidentally step on its tail. Scorpio's intensity could power 1,000 suns. They're the detectives of emotions. When it comes to relationships, they're like playing with fire, thrilling, but also dangerous. They'll love you with passion that burns brighter than a supernova, but might also sting you with their jealousy and possessiveness. They're the friends who will keep your deepest secrets but might also hold a grudge longer than a sloth's nap. And their finances? It's like watching a scorpion counting its prey before striking. They treat their finances like a game of chess, strategizing and plotting their next move with the cunning of a master manipulator, all the while keeping their true intentions hidden. But hey, they'd make fantastic detectives or spies. Anything that lets them uncover hidden truths while earning a hefty paycheck for their covert operations. Moving right along to Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and adventure, which explains their love for freedom and exploration. The adventurous archer shooting for the stars and missing half the time, Sagittarius is the wanderer, the nomad, the cosmic backpacker. These folks are as optimistic dreamers, believing they'll find Atlantis while grocery shopping, a ray of sunshine, as adventurous as a pirate on the high seas and as commitment-phobic as a cat avoiding a bath. They're the friends who will convince you to join them on a spontaneous trip, but might also forget to pack the plane tickets. When it comes to relationships, they're like trying to hold on to a shooting star, exhilarating but also fleeting. They are fun-loving and free-spirited. They'll take you on a wild adventure but struggle with the concept of settling down. And their finances? It's like watching an archer aim for the bullseye and hit the hay bale instead. They spend money impulsively on travel and experiences rather than saving for the future. Sagittarians view money as a means to fuel their next adventure or travel opportunity. But hey, they'd make fantastic travel bloggers or tour guides, anything that lets them satisfy their wanderlust while sharing their adventures with others. And then there's Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, the planet of discipline and responsibility, which explains their strong work ethic and determination. The ambitious goat climbing the mountain of success with the determination of a bulldozer. These folks are as ambitious as a rocket scientist, as disciplined as a drill sergeant, and as serious as a heart attack at a clown convention. They're practical, like a Swiss Army knife with a built-in retirement plan. Capricorn's idea of rebellion, wearing mismatched socks on casual Friday. When it comes to relationships, they're like climbing Mount Everest, challenging but ultimately rewarding. They'll work tirelessly to build a solid foundation, but might also forget to stop and enjoy the view. And their finances? They approach finances like a strategic game of Monopoly, methodically building wealth and climbing the corporate ladder. But hey, they'd make fantastic CEOs or investment bankers, careers that allow them to exercise their ambition and climb to the top of the financial world. Now say hello to Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, the planet of innovation and rebellion, which explains why they're about eccentric as a mad scientist with a caffeine addiction. The eccentric water-bearer pouring out their unique ideas like a leaky faucet. Aquarius swims in the comic ocean of ideas. They invented the concept of thinking outside the box. They're rebels without a cause, like a tech-savvy unicorn advocating for robot rights. These folks are as independent as a lone wolf, as quirky as a mad scientist, and as rebellious as a teenager with a curfew. When it comes to relationships, they're like trying to catch lightning in a bottle, electrifying, but also a bit shocking. They'll challenge your worldview, but might also leave you feeling like you're always one step behind. And their finances? It's like watching a water-bearer invent a new currency. They view money as a tool for social change, often investing in innovative ideas and humanitarian causes rather than pursuing traditional wealth and success. But hey, they'd make fantastic social entrepreneurs or tech innovators, anything that lets them push the boundaries of society and revolutionize the way we think about money and finances. And finally, Pisces, ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams and illusions, which explains their dreamy and empathic nature, the dreamy fish swimming in a sea of emotions deeper than the Mariana Trench. These folks are as imaginative as a daydreamer, as compassionate as a saint, and as emotionally unstable as a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Pisces floats through life like a daydreaming mermaid. Reality is their occasional pen pal. They cry during sunsets, sunrises, and midday snack breaks. Pisces are the friends who will listen to your problems for hours but might also get lost in their own fantasy world from time to time. When it comes to relationships, they're like swimming in the ocean during a storm. Tumultuous but also strangely enchanting. They'll shower you with love as vast as the ocean depths, yet occasionally find themselves drifting into their own whimsical realms of imagination. And their finances? It's like watching a fish trying to balance a checkbook underwater. Their relationship with money is as fluid as water, often slipping through their fingers like sand as they daydream about fantastical possibilities and escape from the mundane realities of life. But hey, they'd make fantastic artists or musicians, anything that lets them channel their creativity and imagination while pursuing their passions, even if it means living on a tight budget. And there you have it, folks. A cosmic comedy extravaganza filled with laughter, absurdity, and enough astrological antics to last a lifetime. So keep laughing, keep exploring, and above all, keep being your zodiac-tastic selves.